Hi, dear students. How are you? Hope all are well. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about human skeletal system and the muscular system. Right? Yeah. Before going to the class, we need to discuss a few things. Let us remember a few things. So, unscramble the words. Name the organ systems with the help of the hints. Yeah. Dear students, the given the hints. It helps in talking up oxygen from air. So can you remember this? It is helps to taking up oxygen from air. So they given different words. It is the word is respiratory system. Understand? It is a respiratory system. Respiratory system. Right. Yeah. It has stomach as one of the organ. So which of the system stomach is one of the organ? Okay, definitely you know that is digestive system. Right. Yeah. It helps in supplying oxygen and food to all cells. So what is this? Transportation of blood. So that means circulatory system. Right. And it is composed of hard structure called bones. Yeah, so given the it is composed of the hard structure called the bones. So what is this called? Skeletal system. Understand? Yeah. This is regarding these given the hints, right? Yeah. Let us continue. The skeletal system includes all the bones of the body along with the joints. You know, human skeletal system. It is completely made up of different kinds of joints and the bones where they are attached to the each other. So which they are attached to each other. Bones are the completely attachment, right? The top to bottom. It protects the organs of our body. You know, bones are the protecting our body and produces blood cells. Yeah, how they can say that produces blood cells. Actually, our blood produces from the internal part of the bone, means we call as the bone marrow. So bone internally we have red color composition, that is bone marrow. So it produces the blood cells and helps the movement of the body. Yeah, whatever total body framework is based on the our skeletal system. If imagine if there is no bone, we are not considered it is a skeleton. We are going to stand or we are going to walk. No chance, right? Yeah, the kind of framework is a skeletal system. The moment, yeah, next, the moment the skeletal system works in association with the muscular system. Yeah, not only the skeletal system, it is associated with the muscular system. Yeah, muscular system is also associated here. Understand? Yeah. This muscular system is made up of over the 600 muscles, nearly 600 muscles. Yeah, bones and muscles to work together to help the body stand and the move. So our stability as well as movement because of the skeletal system and the muscular system. So the both systems are the important for the movement and the framework. So stability and standing, right? Yeah. This is about the skeletal system and the muscular system. Let's continue. Yeah. In the human skeleton, see this the skeleton. Yeah, this is a skeleton part. So totally we have the skull, ribs. These are the ribs. So curved bones, right? Ribs. Yeah, spinal. So this is a straight bone, spinal cord. We call spine. And we have the bones, humerus, femur. So be hand muscle, I mean hand bone and the leg bone. So these are the different bone structure, right? Skeleton. Skeleton is made up of our internal framework of bones. Skeleton is the internal framework of bones. Yeah, these are the different bones. Skull, ribs, spinal cord, different kinds of bones. It gives the distinct shape to the body. It is gives the shape to the body. There are 206, 206 bones present in the adult human being. 206 bones present in the adult human being. It is different from the early born baby. I mean, newborn baby. Newborn baby has about the 300 bones. You're getting a doubt, sir. Actually, when you are going to develop in our body, automatically the bone number is also increased, but it is decreased. Why? Yeah, actually, when you are the newborn child, in that time, the number of bones to 300, but it is will be going to decrease because of the some kinds of bones will be attached to form a single bones like that. Even in the part of the skull, a newborn baby, when you touch this head portion, it is a smooth in structure. The type of structure is we call as a cartilage, and these are the very smooth bone, right? In the time, so totally number of bones exist. Later, when we are going to develop our framework, cranium will be developed. It will be forms the as one bone. So like the number of bones will be coined and it will be from the one bone. That is why the number of bones will be reduced. Okay. Some bones get fused gradually as the child grow up. Yeah, it will be fused. Means it will be formed a single. Bones require the nutrition for their maintenance and growth. Yeah, definitely. Our body, so all the functions are going on. So for these functions, we are going to do the different works, right? For that, we're already taking the food materials. We already discussed in the previous topic. Not only that, so our bones also require the nutrition to maintain the growth, maintenance and the growth. Composition of the bones also calcium phosphate. Yeah, that is why the bones contain the calcium, phosphorus, and some vitamins are the important nutrients for the bones. Totally, bone major composition is the calcium. That is why, so the calcium is required. Calcium, phosphorus, this kind of minerals also required. Bones are very hard on the outside. Generally, these are the a hard part, I mean, a very tough. While on the inside, they are the soft and the spongy, and they are filled with the soft fatty material called the bone marrow. Yeah, that I'm saying here. So externally, the bone is very strong. Imagine, imagine it is a bone. Completely outer portion is more strong, you know, but internally, so this composition, yeah, this composition is actually it is a tough, yeah, it's a fluid material like this. We call as a red color portion bone marrow. We call bone marrow. Understand? This is completely red color portion we call bone marrow. Understand? Right. Yeah, internally it is a softened structure. Outside framework is a very tough, I mean hard surfaces. See this? Our total skeletal system, how they are framed. So internally, no, we have different kinds of bones. Yeah, skull and shoulders and vertebral column. So like a totally our spinal cord. So hip portion and continuation, our leg joints. And next, totally our rib cage. See this individually, different points. So let us discuss one by one the parts of the skeleton. So skeleton have the various parts. Okay, let us discuss one by one. First one is a skull. See this skull. Skull is hard bony structure. So it is hard bony structure that protects the brain. So actually, it is completely our bony structure. So it is only we call as the cranium. So this cranium protects the brain. It made up of 22 bones. Yeah, this cranium is made up of 22 bones. Okay, 8 flat bones. So out of the 22, 8 bones are the flat. This bone is also see here. So this bone is flat in structure, right? Yeah, 8 bones get the uh, 8 flat bones get the interlocked together to cover our brain, while the remaining 14, so remaining 14 make up the our face. See this portion. So remaining portions make up our face. Out of all the skull bones, only lower jaw is movable. See, out of these all bones, these lower jaw is only movable. So remaining any of the bone are the immobile. It will not move. So any kind of bones are it will not move. Only lower jaw is a movable. Okay, it is enables us to eat and talk. So we are taking a food materials, are talking with others, whatever. So in these conditions, so our lower jaw is only movable. Yeah, you already seen the different organisms. Most of the organisms lower jaw is a movable. Some kinds of organisms like a parrot-like organisms, upper jaw is also movable. Okay, they have a beaks actually. Compared to ours, it is difficult. Yeah, let us continue our skeletal system. Here, skull. So it contains the 22 bones. So 8 bones are the flattened structure, and 14 remaining 14 bones are the makeup of our face structure. Right? Rib cage. Come to the point. Next one is rib cage. The bones that enclose the heart and form the rib cage. See this, the curved bones. You know, our lungs also present inside the rib cage as well as heart. Yeah, in these portion we have the lungs like this. Yeah, lungs as well as heart. So these are located, right? Yeah, lungs and the heart located internally our rib cage. Yeah, it is include the ribs, sternum, and the vertebral column. Okay, let us discuss what this called ribs, sternum, and vertebral column. Right? Ribs. So there are the 12 pairs of ribs. Yeah, these are curved bones we call as a ribs. So see this, how many? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, 12 pairs of ribs we have. Each rib is a thin flat bone. So see this, each of the a thin flat bone that is joined with the long bone. So these are the joined with the okay a long backbone. So we have the spinal cord, right? That is the backbone. So at the back side, and you know, except the last two pairs. So here, series these are pair bones. These last two will not be joined. Remaining all are the joined, right? The ribs also joined to the flat breastbone in the front. So see this in the breastbone we call as a sternum. The sternum we call as a breastbone. So in these are first of all, you know, backside these are attached to the spinal cord. We call backbone, and front side it is attached to the sternum. That means breastbone. Understand? Yeah. Anna. The last two pairs of ribs called the flat ribs, which are joined only to the backbone. You know, last pairs are they are not attached to the breastbone. They are not covered also. So they are only up to present in the backbone. See here, floating ribs. I'm repeating, floating ribs do not float in our body. Actually, we call as a floating rib, but it will not float. They are attached to our backbone. Sometimes people are born with the extra pair of ribs called the gorilla rib. Okay, it is a rare case, a rare condition. Actually, some kind of situation, the people born with the extra pair of ribs. So, you know, so additional ribs like this. So, the kind of ribs we call as a gorilla rib. See, here, floating ribs means there's a formed a curved formation. That is why we call as a curved or floating rib. Right? Yeah, this is about the so our rib cage. Next, backbone or spine. Backbone or the spine. The backbone supports our body and protects our spinal cord. So see this. So how the structure our backbone. So it is a supports our body. See, it is only based our body totally depends on the backbone. Okay, totally we are based on the limbs, but it is one of the important tasks. You know, one of the important parts here, and it is protects our the spinal cord. Spinal cord present inside the this bone structure. You know, it is actually backbone. In this backbone, internally we have the spinal cord. So like a brain present inside the skull, right? Inside the skull, as well as The spinal cord is also present inside the backbone. So it is a bony structure, but spinal cord is a sensitive material like a brain. So that is present inside the backbone. Yeah. The skull is attached to the backbone. Yeah. Here starting portion, the skull. So backbone is attached to the skull. The backbone is made up of 33 small bones called the vertebrae. Yeah. Backbone contain the 33 small bones. See, so like this, a small bone. So these are all the small bones. 33 small bones called the vertebrae. So that is why we call as a vertebral column. The vertebrae forms a strong column called the vertebral column. Even further classes, you are going to learn about the vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates and the invertebrates. According to the spinal cord, we are going to discuss about the vertebrates and the invertebrates. For example, the organisms have the vertebral column. That kind of organisms are the vertebrates. If these organisms does not contain these vertebral column, we call as a invertebrate. For example, human beings are the vertebrates. A cockroach or some kinds of earthworms. These organisms, they doesn't contain the vertebral columns, right? That kind of organisms are the invertebrates. Yeah, you learn in the future classes about fine. It is vertebrae or these completely we call as a vertebral column. Understand? Yeah. Invertebrates are the interconnected in such a way that it makes a bending and twisting possible. Not a completely, so little amount. So we are going to bend our body, right? So because of the vertebrae, but not completely. But we have the possibility to twisting our body, right? Yeah. And next, sternum. Yeah, it is also known as a breastbone. So we already discussed in the part of the rib cage. So breastbone is known as sternum. It is a long, narrow, flat bone that forms the front of the chest. So it is forms the front of the chest portion. So that is a sternum. Ribs are the attached through the backbone as well as the sternum, right? Yeah. And next one, limbs. Limbs means our organs like a hands, legs, etc. These we call as a limbs. So there are the two pairs of limbs. Okay, two pairs of limbs. Most of the organisms, okay, vertebral organisms, they contain the two pairs. Here, mammals contain the especially two pairs. The human beings also contain the two pairs of limbs. So front limbs and the hind limbs. Yeah, front we call as the forelimbs. Front portion we call as the forelimbs. Forelimbs are the arms, means hands. Hind limbs means the back limbs. These are the legs. Even animals like a buffalo, cow, lion, tiger, these organisms also two pairs of limbs. Their forelimbs are the totally front legs and back limbs, hind limbs, but they contain the similar function. So their limbs are the similar function in these organisms. But ourselves, so individual function. So four limbs have a special function as well as the hind limbs. So mostly we are using the movement mean one place to the other with the help of the hind limbs, right? Yeah, this is about the limbs. Forelimbs. The upper arm has a single long bone. Upper arm has a single long bone. The humerus that extends humerus. So what is the humerus? Say this. So this is a humerus. Understand? This is a humerus. Yeah, in this part, that extends up to the elbow. Yeah, it is up to extends the elbow. A longer arm has two bones which are together called the radioulnar. Yeah, the lower arm has a two bones which are together to call the radioulnar. There are the 27 bones in the hand and the wrist. So how many bones we have in the hand? The 27 bones in the hand, including the wrist. Understand? Yeah. Come to the point. Hind limbs. Hind limbs are the back limbs. Our femur, which is the longest bone in our body, that is the femur. Yeah, this is a femur. This is a femur, longest bone in our body, right? The femur is a powerful thigh, thigh bone. It is a powerful thigh bone. So, are the bone of upper leg, so which bears the weight on the whole body. So, total our whole body is based on this bone. Yeah, it is a longest. Actually, they mentioned the longest. Not only that, longest, largest also bone. So, in our body, longest bone in our body. It joins with the two bones of the lower leg through the shorter small bone. Yeah, it is also same manner. So it is the bone of the lower leg through the shorter small bones. There are 26 small bones in the ankle and foot. So there are the 26 small bones in the ankle and foot. Here, 27 bones in the forelimb. Okay, each arm as well as hind limbs contain the 26 small bones. So in the ankle and the foot. Understand? Right. See here, they given individually forelimbs, hind limbs. Yeah. The steps. Actually, which is the longest bone in our body? That is the femur. Okay, present in our thigh bone, right? Yeah, as well as the steps. One of the bone of middle ear. So that is present in our ear. So it is the smallest bone in the human body. So smallest bone in the human body is a step. Yeah. The funny bone is not actually a bone. It is a nerve. Okay. Ulnar nerve. Okay. The funny is not actually a bone. It is not actually it is not a bone, but it is a kind of nerve. So ulnar nerve. We call as a ulnar nerve. Right. Right. So once we are going to visit our biology lab, so we are going to observe the total skeletal system perfectly. So what are the parts individually, right? Up to top to bottom, we are going to observe these. Let's continue. Yeah, here it is. So what is these griddles? They are the two in number and help the limb to join the backbone. The bone of the each upper arm join the spine. So with the help of the pectoral and the shoulder brindle. So we have the pectoral or the shoulder brindle. Yeah, it is the consist of a pair of shoulder blades we call as a scapula and the pair of the collarbones. Similarly, each thigh bone is attached to the pelvic. I'm repeating the pelvic girdle. So pelvic girdle. That means a hip. Pelvic or the hip girdle. The pelvic girdle consists of two hip bones, each of which is made up of the three fused bones. three fused bones. Once see here, so how they are attached? Yeah, pelvic girdle, are they pectoral girdle? So it is a part of our hand. It is a part of our limbs, means legs. So this is the totally hip portion. This is the hip portion. It is contained the two or three bones. One, two, three. Three bones. See here, like this, you know, our pectoral portion is also same, right? Yeah, individually in the shoulder girdle is pectoral and our hip girdle is a pelvic girdle. So let us discuss the functions of skeleton. Functions of skeleton. The skeleton has the following functions. The skeleton gives shape. It is gives the shape to our body, strength and support. Okay, it is give the shape, strength and the support to the body. Without it, I mean, without the skeletal system, without the skeleton, we should not able to stand. So imagine the situation. So like an earthworm. Earthworm does not contain the skeleton. So it unable to stand like us. Yeah. The skeleton, it covers the, yeah, it covers and protects. So delicate internal organs. For example, our brain is how it is it will be protected because of the cranium in the part of skull, and like the next a part of the spinal cord. So it is also protected because of the vertebral column, vertebrae, and like a delicate internal organs like a heart also, heart and lungs also protected with the help of the our ribs, right? The skull protects the brain. The backbone protects the spinal cord, right? And the rib cage protects the lungs and heart. Understand? Yeah. It allows movement of different body parts. So with help of the limbs, so we're going to move from one place to the other. Not only that, so different move body parts will be moved with help of the skeletal system. It contains the bone marrow. So bone marrow means internal portion of bone. So where white blood cells and red blood cells are produced. So actually red blood cells is the correct answer. Red blood cells produced from the bone marrow, right? Yeah. So these are produced in the bone marrow. Bones are the storehouse of materials like a calcium and phosphorus. Calcium and the phosphorus. Because of the bones are consist of calcium phosphate material. So such a strong material, right? That is why the bones are we call as a yeah, storehouse of the minerals like a calcium and the phosphorus. That's why your age group, yeah, mostly children, they are going to take a plenty of amount of a calcium component materials. We need to take a more amount of calcium phosphate compositions of food materials like a milk, fruits, etc. So these are the very necessary to you. Understand? Then only you're getting more amount of calcium and the phosphorus to develop your bones strength, right? Yeah, you have to try to answer these questions. So true or false statements. Okay. Next class we are going to discuss about the joints. Understand? Yeah. Thank you, dear students. Observe well.